This video is an excerpt from one of the yoga session conducted at Yogashala. Videos from Mona Yogashala are not intended to diagnose, cure, treat and prevent any illness. Miss Mona is a trained yoga therapist. She is not your physician and can't possibly diagnose you through the internet. Expert advice is for educational purpose only and should not be a substitute for the medical advice of your physician or any other healthcare professional. Alright, you should always start your practice with Sukshma Vyayam or subtle exercises. This is must. Before you attempt any posture, ensure that your body is sufficiently warmed up, right? So make it a point to warm up the joints and stretch and mobilize your muscles slowly. Start with slow and gentle movements of neck, arms, wrist, hips, ankles. This will prepare your body for a proper practice and keep you safe from practice-related injuries. Right? Alright, now let's move to another beginner's level prone position, which strengthen and increase flexibility of your lower back and spine. Let's assume Vajrasana. Okay, our next asana is Bhujangasana or Cobra pose, a reclining back bending asana from Hatha Yoga. It opens and stretches chest and lungs, shoulders and abdomen, stimulates abdominal organs, soothes sciatica, therapeutic for asthma, helps relieve stress and fatigue, stimulates and balances chakras. Traditional texts say that Bhujangasana increases body heat, destroys disease and awakens Kundalini. Alright, let's see the technique of the Cobra pose. Before getting into the actual pose, let's prepare our back. Breathe in, up, breathe out, down. Again, breathe in, up, breathe out, down. One last round. Breathe in, up, breathe out, down. Relax. Okay, let's see how to perform the actual asana. Let's practice together. Follow step by step. Bhujangasana is commonly performed in a cycle of asanas in Surya Namaskar or Sun Salutation. It is also a part of the sequence of Padma Sadhana. The procedure to do Bhujangasana is very simple. Start with prone position. Lie on your stomach with your toes flat on the floor and forehead resting on the ground. Breathe normal. This is the starting position. Keep your legs close together with your feet and heels slightly touching each other. Relax your arms. Now, place your palms downwards under your shoulders, keeping your elbows parallel and close to your torso. Just observe. After that, what you do? Taking a deep breath in, slowly lift your chin, head, chest and abdomen while keeping your navel on the floor. Pull your torso back and off the floor with the support of your hands. Gaze forward. Now check. Are you putting equal pressure on both the palms? Observe. Keep breathing with awareness as you curve your spine vertebra by vertebra. Hold the pose anywhere from 15 to 30 seconds. breathing easily. This is first variation. Now slowly lift your palms off the floor. Stay in this position for as long as you are comfortable. Do not overstress. Release back to the floor with an exhalation. This is second variation. Now we'll do third variation. Focus your gaze forward. Open your legs slightly out. Shift your palms a little bit. Breathe in. Gradually straighten your arms by arching your back as much as possible. Tilt your head back and look up. Now check. Are your shoulders away from your ears? Keep your shoulders relaxed and away. Even if it means bending your elbows slightly, that's okay. With regular practice, you will be able to deepen the stretch by straightening the elbows, right? The low cobra variation of the pose is suitable for beginners and those with less spinal flexibility, while the high cobra option is appropriate for more advanced students. Don't be in a hurry to graduate to this, fine? Cobra is not about how high you can lift, but about your spinal extension. Peel yourself off the floor one vertebra at a time to create a beautiful, even arc. Alright, breathing out, gently bring your abdomen, chest, head, and chin inch by inch back to the floor. Couple of more breaths. Relax for a while after every asana that you do. You should relax for some time so that the strain which has come while performing the asana can get released. Also, the muscles which were used, they can come to the state of rest. And the breathing, which is sometimes becomes heavier, that can also settle down, right? Now, those who have carpal tunnel syndrome, pain and weakness of the wrist, back injury, they should avoid this asana. Also, cobra should not be practiced during pregnancy. So, modern day stress and strain and improper postures always put the back under stress, causing stiffness and pain. Cobra pose can be a great way to stretch out your spine and chest throughout the day. It counteracts the slouch that comes from sitting in front of a computer or driving. Bringing more flexibility to your spine will help you to feel more balanced, while opening your chest and heart will energize and rejuvenate you throughout the day. Remember, the depth of your back bend doesn't matter. What matters is the even distribution of curve and the ability to breathe smoothly while in the pose. So, add Bhujangasana in your daily practice.